Yo, 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 what it do? It's your boy BONZ, the smack guy, and I'm with my main motherfucking man, Willie motherfucking Kane, aka Mr. Business, not personal. What's cracking with your homie?
What it is? What's the business, y'all? Trying to get that money, baby. Mr. Business, not personal, aka Willie motherfucking Kane. Let's get it.
Get this shmoney. You feel me? Let's get this shmoney. All right, man. We ain't gonna waste no time, man. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk
Let's
about
do
the slate of games. I know you was talking early on about some NCAA basketball. Is there any games that you like or that you in on today?
it. You know what? There's about 3 games that I'm more than 90% leaned over, if you know what I mean. These are my free picks. The last time I did speak on our channel, on our website, I am the one that said the Jets will win. I am the one that said it will be an upset. And I also said the under on the Jets. So if anybody listened to that episode, hit the rewind button and you thank you very much because you won you some money. You feel me? So now today's a new day. I'm really Rutgers versus Purdue, Big 12 matchup. Um, Rutgers is having a heck of a season. They are a very strong and solid team. Purdue is very long. They're having a good season. They're both very slowly matched, but Rutgers just has the better team. Give me Rutgers -3 all day. Stamp it.
This is you're actually right. The first time it's a Big Ten game. The Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. This is the best team I think they've ever had. This is they've done a good job of recruiting. They put this program together. I'm also in on Rutgers. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give the -3.5. I'm gonna give 3.5. Purdue is no joke, but I'm noticing when Purdue loses, they lose pretty big. They lost by 12 to Indiana State. They lost by 7 to Ohio State. They lost by 10 to Notre Dame, and they lost by, you know what, y'all? Scratch everything I just said. When they lost by 15 to Iowa. I'm bugging. Anyway, hey, listen, when they lose, they're going to lose big. I think right now Rutgers is the better team. 6-1. This is a conference game, so it's going to be closely contested, but I'm happy giving up the 3.5 points. Moving on. Let me go ahead and go with a game that I'm actually really looking forward to, that I'm actually in on as well. And that game is Northwestern versus Iowa. Iowa is one of these teams that is kind of hard to get a read on early. There's a lot of hype surrounding Luka Garza. You know, he was the best thing since sliced bread. But Luka Garza reminds me a lot of Christian Laettner, a guy that's going to be great in the college game. But once he gets to the pros, he's very slow of feet. He's not a super athlete, and that's just not going to translate well at the next level. However, we are talking about college basketball this year, and one thing we know about Iowa is they get a lot of high percentage shots. Luka Garza is going to fill it up. But let me tell you something about Northwestern. We just talked about Rutgers having the best team they've ever had in their program. This is the highest Northwestern has ever been ranked this late in the season. So let me tell you right now, if you're going to tell me that I get Northwestern, a team that's got some quality victories, that they're knocking off teams like Indiana and Ohio State, and also a 14 victory over a team that I really like, and that's Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans, you're going to go ahead and give me a ton of points, then I'm going to go ahead and rock with Northwestern. Let's see, I believe they're getting 10. So, yeah, I'm in on it's 11.
It's 11. It's 11, yes.
Northwestern plus 11. But also Northwestern money line. All right. I'm in on Northwestern. It's a hell of a program. They're going to fill it up. It's going to be a good game. To me, it's the game of the day.
You know what? So this game right here is going to kind of be Mr. Business, not personal. I had a 16 parlay on Christmas Day. I had a 5-team NBA parlay, added Iowa. All 5 of my NBAs hit. Again, all of my fans. All 5 hit. I only needed Iowa. Iowa choked. They choked. They cost me a nice little chunk of change, if you feel what I'm saying. So now, do I get personal with this game, or do I feel and I keep it business? The 11 points is way too many. I'm sorry. Northwestern's going to come out here. They're going to be throwing some bros. But don't get it twisted. Iowa's mad. Iowa is pissed off. But pissed off doesn't mean you'll win every single game. I got to take Northwestern and the points. I might even take Northwestern first half and the
Yeah,
full game.
yeah, I do. I do like going in on Northwestern in the first half. I'm going to bet the first half in the full game. They're just they're a team that competes. You know, they're not a team that's just showing up. They're a team that they don't really have the name value. So I think we're actually getting good odds on them. I bet Northwestern last time out and hit that money versus Ohio State. Very happy about that. Thank you, Northwestern Wildcats. But they don't have.
Let me add this in, Smack God. The one thing that we learned from Iowa in their last game that they blew is that if you double team Garza, or if you go in as a coach and say, we'll let this guy score all of the points, and which is Garza, and everybody else got to get their money, there's a formula on how to beat Iowa. Double team the big man down low, like you said. Now it's the real game. Northwestern again.
All right, so let's go ahead and do you have any other games in the college arena that you wanted to hit on?
Yes, got one more game. This is another conference game. If we were in the football world, this would be a real rivalry. Florida State versus Clemson. Clemson, has been a solid team this year. That's why Clemson is favored by 1.5 points. Florida State has been having some ups and downs. Florida State has the better athletes. They're longer. They get more rebounds. Give me the points. I'm going with the underdog, Florida State, plus 1.5.
That's an interesting line right there because Florida State is actually ranked number 18 in the nation. They're playing against Clemson, who is actually not ranked. So it's an interesting line to actually get points on the team that's higher ranked, right? So,
right. But see, this is what we call. This is exactly what we say is a sucker bet. Exactly what the Smack God said. So when you see a bet like this and it doesn't make sense, either A, walk away, or B, do some investigation and trust your spirit. Florida State is the better team. They have better athletes, but they've had an up and down year. I don't even know why they're ranked. Clemson, on the other hand, has won their last 2 games. Check me if I'm wrong, Smack God. And I think that all of the money is on Clemson. Florida State will win this game tonight.
There it is. You heard it right there from Willie Kane. I got one more game that I'm in on I want to discuss, and that is really a mid-major game. It's the Wolford Terriers versus the Mercer Bears. And some of that mid-major action, one thing I want to say about this game is we got 2 teams who are a little bit under the radar. I think Mercer's playing lights out basketball. Mercer is absolutely lighting it up when it comes to scoring. They've only had the lowest point total they've had all year long is 77 points in a victory by 2 points. So they're scoring 88, 96, 77, 81, and 81. That tells me that they're playing against a team in Wofford who does surrender a lot of points. So I think if you look at this Mercer's probably going to put up in the neighborhood of 80 points. I think it's not outside the realm to say that Mercer is going to, Wofford is going to put up around 76 points. The over-under on this one is 143.5. I am on the over on this game. To me, it seems like good numbers here for this over and under.
You know what? I actually do agree, but I like the over in the first half. I would take that. So that would probably be half of that. And, for all of my bettors out there, when I say the first half, it's pretty much exactly what it means, right? You get your money in about 10 to 15 minutes. And when you have 2 teams that score a lot of points, not a lot of defense, they shoot a lot of threes, expect this game to be a high scoring 38 to 41, 38, 39 type of first half game. You've already won your money. Give me first half in the Wolford versus Mercer game. A lot of points to be scored. If you want to go full game, I agree with the Smack God. Mercer is one of them teams this year that they will win a tournament game. They will win the conference, and they will make it to the big dance.
All right, moving right along to the next sport, which is NBA basketball. We're going to stick with the round ball. I know you have some thoughts on the Sacramento Kings versus the Denver Nuggets. Let me hear it.
Sacramento is coming off a tough loss. They're 2-1 right now. Actually, they're in first place in the Western Conference. Yay, Sacktown! Woo! They are in first place, even though it's only been 3 games in. But we'll take it what we can get, right? Sacramento is scoring a lot of points. Excuse me for not having my averages up. I'm having technical difficulties here, but they play the Nuggets also. The Nuggets are going to score. Oh, here it is, 226. The Nuggets are coming off a big win. They're not the same team as they were last year. Let's not get it twisted. This is not the team we saw in the bubble. They're missing some pieces, but they still have Jokic. I see this game easily going over. It's 226. Don't be surprised if the final score is 125 to 130. This is going to be a very high scoring game. I would even take the first half Kings and the over. I think the Kings are going to be coming to play. They have a lot better athletes, and so far, I really like the Kings. But take the over.
Are you taking the Kings and the points, or are you just saying you're in on the over?
I'm actually in on the over, but the more and more I think about it, the Kings are very good away. I might take the Kings on that. Check me out on Twitter, to get that result. But I might go on the Kings. But check me out on Twitter. It should be right down low.
Here's an interesting line here. The Kings are scoring 110 points a game. The Nuggets are scoring actually 118 points a game. They both average 14 turnovers a game. So these teams are really evenly matched. I know the Kings like to play with pace. The Nuggets like to play with pace. So if the over is 227.5, these teams are averaging a combined 228 points. I think the over is a smart pick here because both of these teams like to get out and push that pace. So, yeah, I'm with you there on that one. I think there's some value in the over.
Absolutely. All right, the next NBA game I'm interested in is the Miami Heat versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Point spread is the Bucks are favored by -5.5, and Jimmy Butler is not playing tonight. It is confirmed. He is not playing tonight. The Bucks are coming off a horrible loss. They actually did not cover. Their point spread was 10.5, maybe 10 points, and they lost. So if you bet the money line on that game, good for you. I'm actually taking the Heat on this game. Even without Jimmy Butler, Miami has the better bench. Milwaukee is not the same team that they were last year. They still have Giannis, but they're very inconsistent and they don't have a bench. I just think that Miami is way more deeper. I think that with the combination of Tyler, Hero, and the guys, I really like plus 5.5 points. I think that's way too many points, and I get the hook. Man, give me the Heat. Give me the Heat. And this is a payback game. Give me the Heat.
It's a payback game, but it's a payback game for the Bucks because they were the ones that got eliminated by the Heat last time out. Hey, let me be straight up with y'all, man. Smack God stays away from the NBA as much as he can. I'll dibble and dabble, but just as we all know, as a general policy, I know these niggas be out there at the strip club. These niggas be out there with their side bitches, and it just depends right now. Milwaukee is actually going to Miami. So, you know what? You got to be on
There you go. There you go.
Here's the way the game goes in case you didn't know. NBA players live the best life of any other professional athletes. They got guaranteed contracts. These niggas' faces all on the camera. They all in shape. They slam dunking. If you was a groupie, the crown jewel of the groupie is to get you an NBA ball player. Shout out to Larsa Pippen. All right. So what happens though? When you from a town like Milwaukee, you got to imagine that the baddest bitch in Milwaukee and Miami is a solid 7 at best. So if you're from Milwaukee and you was in the snow and now you go to Miami and it's mojitos and margaritas everywhere, It's a party town is what I'm trying to tell y'all is. And these dudes might be focused on something else other than basketball. Jimmy Buckets being out is a really big deal. But let me just say this. 5.5 points tells you something because you would think that the Bucks would be heavily favored more than that without the Heat star player. When players go to Miami, funny things happen. Hey, when the Houston Rockets go to Miami, if you bet the over under on how many strip clubs James Harden was going to, it would be about 3. All right. So when they go to Miami, watch out. I'm not touching this game, but I do understand your logic.
Love it, love it. You're absolutely right too. It's almost New Year's Eve, and you can still go to the beach in Miami. But my last game, this game here is a 50-50 game. This is the Celtics versus the Pacers, -1. I'm just going to go. When you got a 50-50 game, in my opinion, give me the points all day, right? I might even tease it to a 1.5. But there's a reason why this game is so close. The Celtics are still without their guard, Marcus Smart. Jason Tatum is 6'10". I'm so tired of him shooting these damn fucking jump shots. Go to the paint and dunk on somebody. I just really, really like Indiana. They got their full squad. Everybody's healthy. Miles Turner is in the middle. He will block your shots. Indiana is at home. Give me the points. I'm taking Indiana all day long when it's 50-50 and it's only -1. If you're going to the Celtics, but you believe that Indiana is going to win, -1 doesn't matter to me. I'm not afraid. Give me the Pacers at home. Cash it.
You heard it. Cash them tickets. Moving on to where I believe you are strongest, and that is the game of college football because you are college football royalty. We ain't going to get into that, though. I want to know how you feeling about Oklahoma State, the Cowboys, speaking of Miami, playing against the Miami Hurricanes. But you could call them Slurricanes. What you got, man?
Man, Oklahoma State versus Miami, -1 for Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is in the Big 12. They were supposed to win it this year. They lost to Boomer Sooners. Let's go Oklahoma in the bowl game against Florida. Wait for that pick. I got some insight on that game. That's a couple of days away. But Oklahoma State versus Miami with the over and under is 62. There will be some points scored this game. I really do like the over in this game. Do not be intimidated by the 62 at all. I'm taking the over on this game. And I'm leaning for a parlay also, and I'm going to take Miami. Oklahoma State has about 3 or 4 of their top players who are saying, I'm not playing. I'm getting ready for the NFL, including their number 1 running back and their number 1 wide receiver. Give me Miami all day in this game and the over. Cash it. Not personal. Business.
Miami and the over. You going to parlay those?
No, I'm not. And the reason I'm not is I'm going to parlay that with my lock of the day. My lock of the day. Cash it. Go to Bank of America. Go to Golden One. Pull out some change. Call your baby mama. Call your girl. This is the lock of the day. Colorado versus Texas. Texas is -7.5. Texas is going to steamroll this team. Sam Melliger's last game of the year. Texas is on a hot streak. Tom Herman had got a contract extension. He's not getting fired. Texas will win this game. Will win this game big. I'm not a believer in the Pac-12. Colorado's only had a few games this year. Texas had a tougher schedule. They will roll. 7.5 is too low.
Wait. Stop. Are you telling me this is the lock? This is the really motherfucking Kane lock of the day?
This is Mr. Personal. I mean, Mr. Business, not personal. Willie motherfucking Kane. Lock of the day. Texas -7.5. You know what?
I'm about to go to the bank. I'm about to go to the bank. I'm about to take out a unit. I'm about to put a heavy ass fat $100 on. If you that serious, if you that solid, I'm going with. I do believe you. The Pac-12 is on a downstroke right down. Texas ain't necessarily been on the upstroke, but they have been solid. So 7.5 points. It's a lot of points to give in the bowl game. But if they fit in the role, then let's get it rolling. I'm rocky with it. Let's go. 7.5 giving up for Texas. That's the Willie motherfucking Kane lock of the day.
And let me add a cherry on top of this. Texas has more 4- and 5-star athletes. And again, Sam Ehlinger, the winningest quarterback in Texas football history, high school included. This is his last game. This is it. This is it. He's going off to the NFL. This is it for him. He goes out with a bang. Roll of the day.
He got more wins than Vince Young?
Absolutely. More wins than Vince, because he's been there all 4 years.
He got more than Major Applewhite?
Check it. Google it.
Oh, all right. But hey, man, if you say it, I believe it. I'm just making sure we making sure people understand what that means. There have been some good quarterbacks coming out of Texas. That's blue blood. That's a blue blood program.
And he's from Texas. He grew up wanting to go to Texas. He grew up around the corner from Texas. Stamp it. Stamp it. And then tomorrow morning, all I want you to do is give me a little tip on that bet, man. I'll send you my PayPal.
All right, y'all. There you have it. We ain't gonna take too much of your day. We got to go back and get this money, watch these games, and get ready for the next show, because we'll be back every day giving you our best picks, man. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to the second edition of the Business Not Personal podcast. And you know what? It's only going to get better from here. We coming back with graphics. We going to step it up. 2021 is the year that we take over the game. I got my nigga with me, Willie motherfucking Kane. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time. Man, good job today, homie.
Hey, man, you too, man. Everybody be safe. And just remember out there in the streets, man, bullets ain't got no names. Y'all be safe.
For sure. That'll be it. Hey, Business Not Personal. Catch you on the flip. Let's go. Salute.